Okay, so first class, let's just get right into it. So we're going to start in a forward fold here. So sound may not be perfect, but hopefully you can hear me. I'll try and talk as loud as I can. So all I want you to do is just come to a forward fold. So just hanging out here, no pun intended. And just kind of let your body bounce around a little bit here, like you're trying to bounce down and reach your toes. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Chances are, if you've been sitting a lot, which you probably have, this is probably kind of a hard thing to do. Keep a little bend in your knees and just relax the back of your neck. So start taking some really big breaths. Let your spine get long. See if you can feel that whole connection from your tailbone all the way up to the back of your skull. Now from here, bend your knees and just roll your spine up nice and slow. Just coming all the way up to standing. Just open your arms really wide. So just think about broadening through your chest. Reach your fingertips out, spread your fingers really wide. So maybe you're getting blinded by the sun like me, maybe not, but shoulders back and down. So instead of trying to open up like this with this big shrug going on, lift your chest up, peel your hands open, reach your thumbs back. Now let's just take this into a side bend. So standing up tall, right hand down to your thigh, left hand reaches over. So just use this opportunity to notice all the little nooks and crannies in your body that have probably been getting neglected for the last week or month or whatever. Reach a little bit longer. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Reaching through the entire right side of your body. Now coming back up slowly, both hands out in front of you. So reach, palms forward, turning your hands inside out. Just kind of round your back here a little bit. Now we're in kind of like a cat pose here, so I'm kind of rounding my spine. So we're going to go in the opposite direction. Peel your shoulder blades back and then lift your hands up. So I'm doing the best I can to not arch my back here, so my pelvis is tilted under. And if your hands are more like forward like this because your shoulders are really tight, that's okay. Just kind of work with what you got. Reach your arms a little bit longer. Keep your belly tucked in, and then reach your hands back. Maybe 1 more inch, maybe a little bit more if you got some room. Inhale, get a little bit longer from your feet all the way up to your hands. Then bend your knees, bend your elbows a little bit, and then wide arm swan dive all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway, stick your butt out, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, hands down. Step your right foot to the front of the mat, step your left foot back, and just lower your back knee down. So I'm on concrete here, so I'm going to fold my mat over because this is not the most comfortable surface to do the yoga class, but interlace your fingers on top of your thigh and then sink in. So that being said, we're just kind of working with what we got. I'm here in my mother-in-law's, on her patio, because that's where we're staying right now. So this is just yoga in my life, in our life. So hopefully you guys are happy and healthy wherever you are. Keep sinking down and forward. Lift your chest up. Let's take this a little deeper. Reach your left hand over to the right side. So I want you to position your arm so if you had a ball in your hand, you'd be able to throw the ball back behind you. So finding this external rotation. Inhale, reach a little bit longer. Then with your exhale, both hands up. And then once more with the shoulder stretch, interlace your hands behind your back. So clasping my hands together, reach your knuckles down towards your inner thigh. Big inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, reach down. Straighten your arms just as much as feels comfortable. Try to keep your palms together. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, fingertips to the ground. Shimmy your foot forward a few inches. Peel your toes back. Inhale, chest lifts. Make that chest to thigh connection. And with your exhale, just straighten your leg until your body tells you to stop. So staying light on your fingertips here, or putting your palm on the ground. Start to reach your right hand up. So this is going to get to the outer compartment of the thigh and the hip a bit. Open it up. Now just imagine you're peeling your chest open just like you did before. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Then with your exhale, reach your knuckles back behind you with that right hand. Pull your right toes back towards your chest. Inhale 1 more time. Now with your exhale, both hands down. Slide your foot back. Lift your back knee off the ground. So we're just coming to this low lunge position. See what you can do to make contact with all 10 fingers on the mat. Sink your hips down, lift your chest up. Inhale one more time. Now with your exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, reach both hands up towards the ceiling. Get really long. Exhale, cactus elbows. Take a little side-to-side bend here. Inhale, both hands reach. Exhale, bent knees, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step back. Find that low lunge and just gently set your right knee on the ground. Lift your chest up, interlace your hands on top of your thigh. Think about pressing your left leg as far away from your chest as you can. Sink in. So you're gonna feel a big stretch in that right hip, and that's what we're really working with. If you notice you're shrugging here, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, sink down just a little bit more. Now just like the other side, left hand stays down, right hand comes up and across. Find that external rotation, that little twist. Reach across like you're trying to touch the left wall. Inhale. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, once again, hands behind your back. Interlacing your fingers. This time do it with the other clasp, the weird feeling way. Slide your thumbs down. Lift your chest up and really peel your chest open. Sink in. Just 2 more breaths here. Finding those 4-second, 5-second inhales and exhales. Exhale, sink it in. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, both hands down. Just like the other side, tiptoe your left foot forward a few inches. Peel your toes back first. Keep your knee as bent as you need to. Just start to drive your hips back. It also helps in this position to imagine you're trying to pull your right knee forward. You're going to find this kind of scissoring motion between your legs. And if this is too much for you, just bend your knee a little bit. I have pretty open hamstrings because I've been doing yoga for a long time, so just work with what you got. Okay, same thing as the other side, right hand down. Take that twist nice and easy. So maybe you're just here today. Maybe open up a little bit more. Remember, you're working with your body. If you've been sitting a lot, all of this stuff's going to be a little challenging. So 2 more breaths. Lengthen through all those corners. Arms, legs, neck, spine. Inhale, open up a little bit wider. Exhale, gently lower down. Shimmy that left foot back. Tuck your toes, lift your knee off the ground. Again, finding that low lunge position. Chest high. Sink your hips down and forward. Back leg straight and strong. Inhale one more time. Exhale, hands down, step your foot back. Finding a plank. So kind of like when we were doing that press away earlier, I'm rounding my back just a little bit, but I'm trying not to shrug my shoulders up too much. If you have really tight wrists, try turning your hands out like this. Just a little bit, so your pointer fingers are pointing to about 1 and 11 on a clock. Now press away, lean forward a little bit, and just hang out here. Really straight legs. I'm kind of just on the tips of my big toes right now. See if you can play around with that a little bit. Inhale one more time, lean forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift your chest up, just barely using your arms and your hands. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So in your downward dog, I want you to imagine that there's a rope right around your waist, right about where your belt line is, and it's just lifting you up towards the sky. So just imagine you're taking a little bit of weight off your hands, and that cueing really can help a lot. Just try to lean your weight back towards your feet a little bit more and press your chest back towards your thighs. Keep a little bend in your knees here, just a little bend. Now I'll do this next movement 3 times, nice and slow. Inhale, lean forward to a plank position, then just keep going, dipping your hips down towards the ground. And then with your exhale, lift your hips back up. 2 more. Inhale, lean forward, just letting your hips gravitate down. Maybe you need to put your knees on the ground. Exhale, back up. 1 more time, lean it forward. Hips down. This time we're going to set our knees down, thighs drifting down towards the ground. Roll your shoulders back. If this hurts your back, bend your elbows and come down a little bit. Inhale 1 more time. Now with your exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Inhale, reach nice and high. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Okay, So right hand on the ground, so right foot, right hander forward. Reach your left hand up. Just feel this weird, funky kind of twist here. Just working on those squat muscles on the right side. Back leg is straight. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, chest lifts, maybe on the fingertips. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Reach both hands out in front of you, sink down and back. So imagine you're holding a weight in your hands and it's kind of counterbalancing, so you can almost like pretend like you're leaning back a little bit more. Imagine somebody's pulling on your wrists and you're just kind of hanging on that. So sink down a little bit deeper, chest lifts. Inhale one more time. Exhale, fingertips down, straighten your legs, find a forward fold. Bend and straighten a couple times. So guys, remember these classes are just designed to kind of get you moving a little bit. I'm going to gradually make them a little bit more challenging. So just a little bit more here for today. We're not going to make this one super long. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fingertips down. Just step your right foot back. So finding that wide lunge position. Once again, notice your left foot didn't really move from that squat position that we were just in. So you're still in the squat with the left leg. Left palm on the ground, reach your right hand up. Just take 3 big breaths here. Now your lips are closed, but imagine you're trying to blow out a candle with the air through your nose. So big inhale. You should feel it in the back of your throat a lot. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both hands down, chest lifts. Reach your left leg up in the air. Inhale, lift it nice and high. Exhale, set both feet down. Inhale, press your hips back. Exhale, step both feet to the front. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale, both hands up, reach as long as you can through your whole body. Exhale, cactus elbows, lift your chest, little back bend. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back. Lean forward, lower down slowly. Knees down is always an option. Inhale, lift your chest as high as you feel like you need to go. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Swing your right foot forward. This time setting it down right in the middle of the mat. Coming to that low lunge just where we were just a little while ago. Back leg straight and strong. Reach both hands up towards the ceiling. So this is crescent pose. Imagine you're squeezing a ball between your hands, so you're getting a little bit of squeeze with the shoulders. So you get a little bit deeper. Chest lifts a little bit higher. Maybe straighten your back leg a little bit more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. So I'm twisting my chest to the right. Just like before, peel your chest open. There is a wall behind you. Imagine you're trying to put the backs of both hands on the wall. Inhale, lean back, reach back. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Open the twist towards your thigh this time. Inhale, open a little bit wider. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, chest high, hips dip. Exhale, lift your left leg up in the air. So fingertips down on the mat, or maybe one hand on your shin. Lift your leg up, but try not to open your hip like this. When you look back at your toes on your left foot, they're pointing straight down. Lean back into your heel. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, set both feet down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, both hands up, reach. Exhale, back bend. Both hands up. Both hands down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step your feet back. Lean forward, lower down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot steps to the front, even if it takes a couple steps. Long spine, dip your hips, straight back leg. Both hands high. Crescent lunge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sinking a little bit deeper. Again, squeeze that invisible ball above your head. Now just take that twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Shoulders away from your ears. Peel your chest open towards the left side. Inhale, lean back just a little bit. Exhale, lean forward slowly. The last minute, put your right hand down on the floor. Inhale, open your chest. 2 more breaths here. Keep the back leg, that's the right leg, nice and straight, strong. Really feel your quads activating. Inhale again. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, lift your right leg. Now imagine you're trying to lean back and press your right foot against the wall behind you. So bring your weight to your heel a little bit. You should feel the back side of your thigh a little bit more. Keep a bend in your knee. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, set both feet down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, this time squat down, bend your knees. You can even squeeze your knees together, get a little bit more here. If you need to make any adjustments for the boys down there, do. I just made a little micro adjustment myself. Lean back into your heels. Let's really find that squeeze. So I'm using my arms to assist, and I'm really squeezing my thighs together. You should feel your inner thighs burning. I'm shaking a little bit, hopefully you are too. Reaching both hands forward just like before. Now coming up onto your toes just for a second. Big inhale, squeeze your thighs together. Exhale, heels down. Now both hands start to drift up towards the ceiling. Whoa, press into your heels. Come up a third of the way. Inhale. Exhale, another third. Inhale one more time. Exhale all the way up. Reach. Just bring your hands to a prayer position. Just a little bit of movement here. So we're going to finish up nice and easy, guys. I know that last bit was kind of tough. So all I want you to do is we're going to work on tree pose. You guys have all seen this one. So you can either use your big toe as a kickstand, just kind of place your foot on your ankle, or put your foot on your calf. Super simple today. If you're a yoga show-off, which is kind of weird when nobody else is watching you, you can put your foot up here, and notice this is quite a bit harder. This is challenging to balance. I want you to resist the urge to put your foot on your knee, because that's just putting a little bit too much pressure on your knee joint. So either here, here, or up here if you're feeling saucy. So I'm going to take the second version. Find one point in front of you. So right now I'm just looking at the camera. You can just stare at the wall or stare at me wobbling around. Just take one more breath. It's finding that balance element that we never use. And then just set your right foot down, take a second, shake your left leg out a little bit. Okay, so let's do the same thing on the other side. So one foot's always worse than the other one, so if this is your more balanced challenge side, maybe your toes down, maybe it's not, maybe it's the opposite. So shoulders back, chest high. So as you find this balance, just letting your left knee drift out as far as you feel like it can. Just getting a little external rotation in your hip, a little abduction, sort of. Grip the ground with your right toes. Take 2 more breaths here and just feel what's working. Nice and easy, set your foot back down. Inhale, both hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, just like the beginning, fold forward. And just do that little bounce. And just maybe see if you're a little bit more limbered up over the last 20 minutes or half hour or whatever it's been. Now tiptoe your feet out nice and wide, about as wide as the edges of your mat. Just slide your fingertips down the insides of your calves to your ankles. Sink your butt back and down. So just working into this squat position, we're just going to do this little side-to-side shimmy. Just kind of feeling those big hip joints. We spend a little bit of time squatting. Your heels are down ideally. If they're not, that's okay, but just slowly working on getting that calf flexibility where you can come back down to this full squat position. So none of us shit in the woods anymore, or most of us don't. And if we did still, we'd probably be doing this a lot more. This is range of motion that we should all have, but unfortunately we don't. So palms together if that feels okay. If you need to keep reaching forward, do that. Just work on leaning your weight back in your heels a little bit more. Let's take one more big breath here. And then fingertips down, step your left foot back. set your knee down on the ground. If you need to tuck your mat underneath your knee again, please do. So notice my right foot again is in that same-ish position. Just walk your hands forward, sink your elbows down towards the floor. So we're just going to take about 5 or 6 breaths here. Make them a little bit longer. So inhale, long spine. With your exhale, bend your elbows just a little bit. Remember, if you're super tight, it's going to take some time. Don't give up after one yoga class. Just keep working with it. Sink it in nice and easy. Just feeling where you get the sensation the most. One more big breath. And then fingertips, palms down, whatever it is. Tuck your back toes. We're going to come back to that squat. Just briefly sinking down. See if you notice any difference on your right and left side. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. This time stepping your right foot back. Set your knee on the ground gently, chest high. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, sink it down. More big breath, a little bit of movement here wouldn't kill you. And nice and easy, palms down. This time I'm just going to ask you to step both feet back and then just lean your weight back to a child's pose. Knees wide, forehead to the ground. So we're going to finish our practice in this position today, in this child's pose. I'm just coming up to like you can hear me talking. So what I want you to do is just hang out in that child's pose position. See how your knees, your hips, your shoulders, everything feels. Maybe they feel better after class, maybe they feel tired. Just check in with your body. So I'm going to do one of these classes every day. You can watch it, you don't have to obviously, but the whole idea is just to kind of meet you where you're at. I'm doing yoga in my backyard. You can do the same thing. You can use a beach towel, it doesn't matter what you have, just doing your best. So hang out here for a couple breaths, see how you feel. Find your center once again. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Namaste.